waitress that I'm getting kidnapped because I have no idea where we are. Want to hear about that? Hey guys, okay. We're going to Las Vegas, like this is crazy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Maya. Today I am going to be telling you guys my proposal story, and I'm just gonna be getting ready and how I got this look. If you guys want to hear all about that, then let's go. So I have my glasses on just because like I can't see with the screen too much, so I have to have the glasses. I'm gonna take those off. The first thing I do is put this Mario, I can never say this. I don't know, I get this all the time and it feels so refreshing and stuff. But it's a facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. And this is what it is. Looks like that. That's the first thing I do with my makeup, like start my makeup. All right, so I'm just gonna show some products and stuff here and there, but I'm going to jump right into the story. When Brandon and I got engaged, it's almost been a year now. He proposed to me on our, what is it, 4.5-year anniversary. There's like a hair flying. So he proposed to us, he proposed to me on our 4.5-year anniversary. And, let me see. And, it was the cutest thing ever. I'm like looking at my camera right now. It was the cutest thing ever. Okay, so that weekend I had a 3-day weekend, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to California and I'm gonna go see my friend. And he was like, no, don't go. And I was like, why don't you want me to go? He's like, just don't go. And I'm like, whatever. So like a lot of convincing, but I finally was like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna go. On Thursday, I got my nails done, not knowing, you know, I'd be getting engaged, but I got my nails done. I also got my hair done. And then that Friday, Brandon's like, oh, I'm gonna take you somewhere. And I'm like, okay. He said, we're gonna go to bed early, and then we're gonna wake up early and then go somewhere. And I was like, okay, where are we gonna go? So I was like, whatever. I wasn't like fully for it, but I was like, okay, like we'll do that. He like had everything planned. It was so funny. Anyway, so we wake up early and he's like, should I wear this? Should I wear this? And I was like, it doesn't really matter like what you wear. Like, I don't care like what you wear. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just wear this. And I was like, okay. And I really, now that I look back at it, I did not like what I wore. But anyway, so he's like, all right, we gotta go. And I'm like, okay. So we got in the car and we even vlogged this. I'll leave a little link right here to our vlog. We also have a vlog channel if you guys don't know that. Go check us out. But yeah, so he was like, we gotta go. And I was like, what, are we on like a time frame right now? He goes, no, but we just need to go. And I'm like, okay. So we're like getting in the car and we drive as if we're going up to Flagstaff. And I'm like, oh, I guess we're going up to Flagstaff. He goes, yep. I'm like, okay. So then while we're going up to Flagstaff, there's this exit you could take to take like a different highway or whatever, or you could just keep going straight and end up in Flagstaff. But we got up this exit and then we went onto this different highway, and I was like, okay, really, where are we going? He goes, oh, we're just gonna take a different place or a different way to get up to Flagstaff. And I go, okay. So we start driving and like a couple hours go by and I'm like, shouldn't we be in Flagstaff? He goes, oh yeah, we're not going there. And I'm like, cool. So we drove a little bit and we ended up at this, I think it's called Kingsman, Arizona, something like that. We end up there and we get off the highway and I'm like, are we gonna like, because we didn't eat anything. I go, are we going to a, like getting something to eat? He goes, yeah, we're gonna get something to eat, and all that. And I'm like, okay. So cute. So So we get off, and then I see a IHOP, and I'm like, oh, we're going to IHOP. And he goes, yeah. So we go to IHOP, we have some breakfast and all that. Meanwhile, I'm still like, where are we going? Like, this is crazy. Sorry, my hair is just, and so yeah, we have breakfast, and I was joking to him, and I said it in the vlog, I think it was, but I'm like, you know, I'm gonna tell our waitress that I'm getting kidnapped because I have no idea where we are. And he's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, okay, fine. So we're done with like breakfast and stuff, and we get back in the car. He's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, I seriously don't know where we're going. Like, where are we going? He goes, I'm not gonna tell you yet. So like an hour went by, and I'm like, okay, like this is so weird. I turn on the radio, and it goes, welcome to Las Vegas, or Las Vegas has cars here, and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, we're going to Las Vegas? Like, this is crazy. And he goes, yeah, we're going to Las Vegas. And I'm like, okay. And because, you know, I had a 3-day weekend, and we could have like a couple nights there. But it was super funny. So I'm like, all right, so we go, and then I see like a sign to Las Vegas, and then we turn the other way. I'm like, seriously, this is insane. Like, what are you doing? But then I'm like, okay, seriously, what are we doing? He's like, just can you wait for like a couple more minutes? And I'm like, okay. So I wait a couple more minutes, but even like before then I saw like signs that said like the Grand Canyon, and I'm like, are we going to the Grand Canyon or what? Like, what is going on? And so we finally got to like this end of the road, and it was a sign that said Grand Canyon this way, or Skyview, and then just going somewhere else. And I'm like, okay. So we turn onto it. I'm like, oh, we're going to the Grand Canyon, yay. And he goes, okay, yeah, you finally figured it out. We're going to the Grand Canyon. We're doing all that. And I'm like, yes. And I haven't been to the Grand Canyon since I was super little. So it was definitely super fun, and we haven't done it together. And I was so excited. So we got there, and I was so excited. We saw like all these helicopters and stuff, and I was like, are we gonna go on a helicopter? He's like, no, we're not gonna go on a helicopter, but it looks so cool. Like these propellers, I haven't been close to a helicopter, but the propellers on this thing were like huge, and so many people were going on, and there were so many in the sky, and it was just a lot that was going on. But it was super cool. So we got to this little place where you load on. You go in this place, and it has like a gift shop and stuff, and then you have to get on another bus to go to the place where we were going. And we were seeing the sky view, so it was like northwest, like up there in the corner, kind of close to Las Vegas. So that's why I thought we were going there the whole time. So we get on the bus, and we start going, and then there's this one area where you can get off and like look at this little I don't know, it's kind of like a remake of like the old town, of like Western and stuff, like all this Western stuff. And Brandon's like, no, I don't want to go there. And I was like, oh, okay. So we continue to go on the bus, and then we finally get to our destination, and it's called Skyview. I think it's called Skyview. Every time I like think of it, I'm like, oh, is it Skyview? But yeah, like basically you go on this thing where you look down, and it's like it goes down for like ever. Like if you fall, you're basically like, anyway. So we get there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And he's like, you know what, we're not even on there yet. And I'm like, oh. So we get in there, and then there wasn't a line, which was good. So then we Then we get in there and Brandon goes, okay, well, I need to go talk to someone. Go give the guy your ticket and then I'll meet you up there. And I'm like, okay. So meanwhile, Brandon's talking to like these people over here and I'm like, whatever, I need to like get in here and see what's going on. So I give the guy my ticket and then we go to the side and he's like, oh yeah, so you can't have your phone or whatever, you have to put in this locker. And I was like, oh, okay. So I couldn't like vlog or anything and show you guys a view or anything, but I put all my stuff in the locker. And I was like nervous at first because I was like, Brandon, like, where are you? And then Brandon comes, he's like, oh, sorry, like I had to tell somebody something. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yes. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, you have to put your stuff in this locker. You can't have your phone or anything, which is weird because I need pictures. Like I couldn't have had any pictures. And he's like, oh, dang, that sucks. Like he didn't know that he couldn't have it either. So then he put all his stuff in the locker too, and then we took the key. And then meanwhile, like all these guys were on their intercom, on their like walkie-talkies, and they're like, okay, they're coming or whatever. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So there was nobody near us. They all like waited. And then so then we had to go. It was really crazy because it's like very high tech, and just in case of like, you know, if anybody comes in there and starts something, if you know what I mean. So I had to go through this metal detector before we got on the glass thing. And the glass thing, I don't know how to, let me see if I could write it. The glass thing was like, so here's the entrance. I don't know if you guys see. Okay, so entrance. And then the glass thing went like this. So we go through here and you walk all the way around this thing and then you end up going up back into the lobby over here. We go on it, and before we even step on it, I started crying. I was like, I can't do this because one, I hate heights, and it was just a lot that was going on. There was just so much that was going on. So I was telling Brandon, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. He's like, yes, you can, Maya. Come on. And I'm like, okay. So we step on, and I literally had tears in my eyes. It was horrible. I had tears in my eyes, and he's like, Maya, it's okay, it's okay. And I'm like, okay. So I stood there, and he was like, no, this is not right. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, let's go over here. So I was like, okay. So we move a little, and then in my head, I'm just like, oh, this is so beautiful, da da da. And then Brandon looks at me, and I'm like, hello. So I'm like, hi, and he goes, and then, okay, so a little background story about Brandon. Whenever he's in like a romantic place, he shows like how he's just very romantic when he's like in that zone or whatever, in that like feeling or in the atmosphere. Is that how you make, I don't know. But he's very romantic, and he always says like the cutest things, and I'm like, oh, you're so cute and all this stuff. So anyway, back to the story. He looked at me and he goes, Maya, I love you so much. And I thought this was just normal, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love you too. Meanwhile, because I don't want to look down, because if you look down, you just look down for like miles and miles and miles. Like it was so high up with the clear glass like thing, floor. So, and I was like, I love you too. And he's like, you know, I loved you for so long now. And I'm like, holy crap, what is going on? And he's like, I've loved you for so long now, and I can't picture my life without you. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening right now? While I like, it was just so much. And then he got down on one knee and he goes, Maya, will you marry, or I think he said my phone. Yeah, it's been a while. But he said, Maya Higgins, will you marry me? And I said, yes. So it was pretty freaking amazing. The whole drive up there was perfect. But after he proposed, we were still in the glass thing, and I was like crying because we just got engaged, and then crying because we were up so freaking high. It was a lot. I'll probably insert some pictures right here about like what was going on and like the whole like view and stuff. Oh, and I totally forgot. So the people that he went and talked to before he came and met up with me, they were photographers. So we got professional photography done up there. And that's why I was so pissed. I was like, oh my gosh, we're not gonna get photos and stuff. But we got photos and I was so excited about that. But yeah, I'll definitely leave them right here so you guys can check it out. But it was so romantic, it was so nice. But meanwhile, on the whole thing, I was just like, oh my gosh. And then people were on it, like so many more people were coming on after like the whole engagement thing happened. And it just kind of got me nervous because there's so many people on there. I don't know, if you guys are in Arizona and you ever go to like the Grand Canyon or up like northwest of the Grand Canyon over there, definitely go check this out because it is unbelievable. Like, the views are gorgeous and spectacular. It was just definitely, I will never forget that moment ever. But it was so romantic. He was like, oh yeah, I gotta focus on that brow. It was very romantic. And then people were like, oh, congratulations, I'm so glad you're engaged. And I was like, thank you, thank you. We finally got off the thing, and then I was like crying just because we were engaged. But it was just, it was so amazing. I felt so like, I was like, oh my gosh, because every time I like kid about him and I'm like, you're never gonna engage, we're never gonna get engaged, da, 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 da. But he always had this, I guess, in his mind, and he's like, I just wanted to make it so romantic. And I know, and it kind of like hit everything about like how I wanted to be engaged. I said that I want at least a photographer there because so we can capture our like moments and all that stuff, and you know, just get all that. And he was like, oh, okay. And I think, well, he totally nailed it for sure. I don't wear so much makeup, like this is a lot. See, I even wipe it off, like I can't handle that much makeup. Got off, and then we went to this like, it's like eagle view, because there's like an eagle in the, what's it called? The rocks. There's an eagle in the rocks, which is super cool. That was weird. There was an eagle in the rocks, so that's why they call it eagle view. But we like stood there, and there was like a ton of like park rangers around, just because like there was no fence or anything to where you could like, I don't know, it was just weird. So we got up there and we were still so like, we had so much like excitement in us. I called my parents, I FaceTimed them, they were so excited. And then, oh, I totally forgot. When we were up there, Brandon's like, oh, I called your parents and stuff, and I told them, and I went to their house and talked to them and asked for your hand in marriage, and they totally accepted, and that made me cry even more. I was like, of course, of course. So I was just like bawling my eyes out. But oh, this is the mascara I use. Let me see. This is a mascara I use on my lashes lately, that one, and then this one. We called my parents and they were so excited. They were like, are you gonna stay there? Because Brandon's like, we could either stay in Las Vegas, or we can stay in Flagstaff, or we can go home. And I was like, I need to go home. I need to see my friends and family. Like, this needs to happen, like it's a thing. So we called my parents, and then I called my aunt, and then I called, we called Brandon's mom, and it was just super, super fun. It was just a moment we'd never forget. But there were so many people around us because we were vlogging at the same time, and they were like, what are they doing? But it was really, really, really romantic. On the way home, we saw like these dead cows or whatever. It looked like somebody like literally did something to them. It was really weird and uncomfortable. But I think that's also on the vlog. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so it was super fun. We got engaged, and we've been engaged for a while now. It's been almost a year. In October, it'll be a year. And I didn't put my video up sooner about this, but yeah, we've been getting a lot of stuff done about the wedding. If you guys want a video, or if you guys want to see anything about our wedding or anything, let me know in the comments down below, and I will start to post some wedding things or tips or ideas. It was so funny because you think that the wedding is like, oh, it's gonna be like a year away. Well, we got engaged in October 28th, 2017. Yeah, 2017. And that was like a year and 6 months away, because it was like our 4.5 years. Gotta focus on this eye, because this eye tends to say screw you to me. I don't put any like eyeshadow up there or anything. I just kind of like, even today, this is kind of just showing you guys what I would do if I had a full face of makeup. Usually I just put on like the mascara and then I like spray my face. Like, I don't do the foundation. I only do the foundation for work and stuff, but yeah. Sorry for like all my weird faces. I'm like so I let my eyelashes dry a little and then I curl them. And I know you're not supposed to curl them when there's mascara on them, but I do it anyway, just because I get like a better look, and my eyelashes are always like, ugh. People are always like, what do you do to your eyelashes? And I'm like, Then this one smells, I don't know, this one, the Total Temptation, that one smells exactly like chocolate something. Yeah. Oh no, it smells like chocolate something. What the hell am I talking about? So yeah, anyway, what I was saying is, when you think your wedding is, I like went off in a rumble. When you think your wedding is gonna be like so far away, it's not. Like, we are, what are we in? We're in the month, almost July, so after July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. We have 9 months left. Cool. Yeah, we have 9 months left, which honestly, well, we have everything done. We have our floors, we have all of that done. But it's just like getting the people to come. Like, we don't know, because my family's all back east, or some's in California, or some's in Colorado. Brandon's he has a couple back east, but the majority of his family is here in Arizona, which is good, but it's just hard figuring out who's coming, and you have to rent out hotels and all this stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a total like ride and stuff. You have a lot to do. What I recommend for sure is enjoy your engagement. Enjoy what you have before the whole wedding process goes on and all that stuff. Like, you want to enjoy being engaged, because if you, I mean, everybody's totally different. I personally think, for me though, and Brandon and I, we like the whole engagement of being long. Not too long, like a year would be max. I think a year would be good. But we chose our wedding date is when we got together. We just kind of like stuck with that. But yeah, I definitely recommend you know, enjoying your engagement and soak in all the time before all the crazy hectic like wedding planning starts, because it is a lot if you want to have like a somewhat decent big wedding. We're probably gonna have like 115 people, 120 people, so it's not so much, but it's a lot for what Brandon and I can handle, because we just want very simple, but we do want everybody to be there. So yeah, that's definitely one tip I give to you guys. Enjoy your engagement when you when it happens, and then start planning all this stuff. That's it. That is it, folks. Let me just, Oh, and then the last thing, I curl my lashes. And I know all you beauty gurus are like, don't curl your lashes when it's mascara. Whatever. But I'm just gonna do it. Because I always do it. Let me show you though. Ugh. Like it gets so high up there. Alright guys, that is the end of this. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's a little bit late. I've been engaged for a little bit now, and we're literally almost technically kind of done with planning our wedding. But if you guys want to see any videos on that, or anything about weddings or whatever, or anything else besides weddings, leave it down in the comments below and I would love to do it. And then if you want a kind of more in-depth of like what products I use on like this makeup look, or just anything in general. I know I showed a couple products today and showed the full, but if you do want the full, let me know. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. But yeah, guys, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And just hit that little bell. It lets you guys know when I post videos. I usually do it every Wednesday. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.